I'm Old Sneelon. Some of you may wonder where I get my ideas for some of the projects. Well, they just kind of come out of the air. ScoutCrafter mentioned to Louis McNeely that he should be using some ATF and acetone mix. And Louis said, I will. So he went to the store today and came back home with acetone, and he already had some automatic transmission fluid left over from fixing his truck, so he's up and running. Well, I've had a bottle of acetone sitting on the shelf now for a couple of years, probably longer than that. And I have a bottle of ATF, but I don't ever need to put it in my truck. So I just needed a reason to put the two together. And I think I know where one is, but I got to do a little digging first. This grindstone's been out here in the blacksmith shop for about 3 years now, maybe 4. And it's time to start building the frame for it. But before I do that, I need to get this shaft out of it. And that's going to involve a little bit of work. Now, this is a cobbled up shaft. Looks like this is a crank from an old tractor. And the shaft itself is just a piece of 3/4 inch rod. Looks like they took some pipe fittings and tightened onto the thing. They put these big washers and a wood plug in the center to hold it. Then some person decided that it was going to look good sitting out in the yard. So they left it out in the rain and the freeze. So some of it is delaminated. And when I saw it sitting in the front of an antique shop's yard, I stopped in and said, how much you want for it? I got it for $30. Now, it's in sad shape. It's going to take quite a bit of work to get it up and running again, but this thing is huge. I think it'll be well worth the trouble. So I'm going to mix up some ATF and acetone, and I'm going to start oiling these things. And I'm going to oil them and tap them every day until they come loose. So this is a long-term project. Maybe a week, maybe 3 days, who knows? Maybe a month. But we'll find out. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. I've got everybody in the neighborhood out. It's a nice sunshiny day. You can hear the mowers running. Over behind me, they've been working on the school now since last fall, and the shutdown kind of slowed things up a bit. But somehow or another they got into their head they were going to build a big pole barn right in the middle of the soccer field. I'm not exactly sure why, but they had several $1 million and they really didn't know what to do with it. So they decided to build onto the school. And then we closed it down in March. Actually, I think we closed it down in April. And now we're going to probably not start it next fall. Government, we're here to take your money.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.